Let's go to Councillor Purdy, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I just want to acknowledge all the hard work that has gone into this budget. I'm going to make some statements, but I do appreciate the hard work. So the tax bill is based on a house assessed at $270,000, and quite honestly, do we even have houses assessed at $270,000 this year? In my district, assessments have gone up 10% to 60%. Unbelievable. I also noticed when going over the budget packages that we had, the assumption from November 2021 that we used, or staff used, to come up with this tax bill from Statistics Canada and HRM Finance, it assumed that our inflation would decrease to 2.2%. Well, that is not the case. Actually, our inflation has continually risen and doesn't look like it's going to slow down anytime soon. So having said that, I will not be supporting the 3% climate action tax today. Not sure if we can at this point split up the tax to vote separately, but regardless, my vote will not be in favor. This is not the right time. I remember back in November feeling that this proposed tax increase was tone deaf to the needs of many of our residents and small business owners. If that was even remotely true then, it is certainly even more so now. We have thousands of tax-paying residents struggling to make ends meet. Some of them can't even afford the minimum amount of oil for their tank to heat their home. So a $96 tax bill might be piddly squat to most of us, but to some people, that is actually a huge extra burden. The optimistic outlooks and projections I read from our reports seem to ignore a significant portion of our residents who are really experiencing the financial pressures due to inflation and the continuing rising costs of living, especially in a world as unpredictable as ours right now. If it is true that every dollar spent today will save 6 in the future, that offers no comfort or consolation to the senior on fixed income facing the choice between food, gas, or power today. If it is true that we are implementing this tax to fund Halifax to show leadership initiative, not only in Nova Scotia, but also in Canada and the rest of the world, then we must ask ourselves, at what cost and at whose cost? We have upped the threshold of tax relief to be able to help more people, as Jerry said, thank you, which is good. But who is paying for this? Our taxpayers. If it is true that HRM will be building up a reserve to fund the initiatives of Halifax with 3% tax over the next 10 years, then we are asking a lot from our taxpayers in terms of trust, especially as there are no guarantees. Small businesses have been walloped by the COVID shutdowns. They are struggling to find enough staff to keep their businesses going, and we are prepared to slap them with a nice big tax increase to top it all off. It doesn't matter what wording is used to wrap this 3% tax in a neat little package. I am quite honestly surprised that I seem to be the only one who's really concerned about the timing of this. It seems as if we are moving full steam ahead as if we were business as usual. I have spent this whole budget season agonizing, and yeah, it makes me sick to my stomach. I've lost sleep. Trying to be realistic and reasonable, I have listened to the arguments for this tax. I admire the intelligence of the voices who have contributed to this discussion. However, when I step outside of this bubble, like to the grocery store or to the gas station, I do not see business as usual. We are not business as usual. And so I can't and will not be supporting this tax at this time. I feel it is very wrong. Thank you.